What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
I'm excited, as always. I have to stop saying that, but I'm always excited to be doing a video with you guys, especially when the videos are basically directed by you because you guys asked us questions and today you're gonna get those answers.
We put up a question box on our Instagram and you guys sent a whole bunch of questions and we're gonna answer a whole bunch of them. So let's go.
Grab your little drink or whatever you have to do to get a little comfortable, a little cozy, blanket, it's cold outside.
Yep.
And let's get into these questions. And I have to say, shout out to you guys because you guys asked some really good questions this time. They were very detailed and there was a lot of them.
First question. How old are you guys currently and at what age did you guys meet? I am 26. I just turned 26 January 9th. And
I am 24, but I will be 25 on February 3rd.
Yep.
So it's coming up.
it's close.
I'm almost halfway to 50. I'm so excited.
I'm a Capricorn, in case you didn't know.
And I'm Aquarius.
Yep. A lot of people like to ask that.
They do.
I don't know why.
We know nothing about that, just so you guys know though. It's a common thing, like, oh, what are your guys' signs? And then people will tell us we're compatible, or most of the time it's compatible, not compatible. Yeah. But I just kind of go with it because I'm like, I don't know.
Me too.
I'm a little naive when it comes to the zodiac thing. We met and I was 16. And you were 17 already?
Probably, yeah. Probably just turned 18 maybe.
We met, well, I saw you for the first time on my 16th birthday because that was when I transferred to the school where I met him. So you would have been just turned 17.
Okay.
16, 17.
Yep.
That's so crazy that was so long ago.
I know.
It doesn't feel like it was that long ago, does it?
It really doesn't. It's crazy.
What would be your advice to other couples out there?
But one thing that I could say with confidence is communication. Just focus on communication.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
And also something I would add that I feel like I've started to gather or learn over more so like the last year is don't put your relationship timeline on somebody else's timeline. Mm-hmm. So those key steps, like, you know, asking your partner to officially be your girlfriend or boyfriend, don't rush that, or don't feel like you have to do that within a certain amount of time. Moving, don't feel like you have to move within a certain amount of time. Make sure that your timeline just lines up with your partner's, not against anybody else's, because I don't think that something great needs to be rushed.
True.
So it comes along more pleasantly, I think, when you just take your time and go at your own pace. Comparison is the thief of joy, as my best friend loves to tell me all the time because she's right and it's true.
That's fine.
So that to me has become very important, not comparing us to anything that anybody else is doing. And communication. Communication will always be my number one.
Yeah, for me
because
too.
it's the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about how much communication in a relationship is important.
In any relationship.
Any relationship, literally, not even just romantic. If we're failing at that, where are we going?
100%.
So.
Communicate.
Communicate, that'll be our little thing. Communicate.
How long have you guys been together and what do you love the most about your relationship?
That's such a cute question.
I think, well, how long we've been together?
3 years?
Let's say if we count our anniversary, starting from our anniversary, when I asked you to be my
Starting
girlfriend,
from?
like, officially.
2 years.
2 years.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. What do you love the most about our relationship?
The comfort of it.
Yep.
The safetyness that I feel within the relationship. The fact that it's more so like we're together and we're best friends, which I love. And I think every relationship should be like that. I also love that we support each other growing as individuals, but also growing as a couple. Because I think that's important too.
It's very important.
Because we're on different paths as individuals, but we're on the same path as a couple. Like I'm going to school, I'm getting a degree right now, and you're growing your career as a fighter, as a videographer, all these other things that you do, business owner. So it's like individually, we're doing different things, but we still support each other on those paths. But then as a couple, there's so much we're doing together, and there's balance between all three of those things.
For me, it would be the comfort and safety for sure. Like I feel just comfortable, you know, but not comfortable in like a bad way. Like, oh, you're comfortable and like you can slack off in the relationship, you
Absolutely.
know? There's no slacking in this relationship.
No, it's me fighting for my life to keep up with you, if we're gonna call it what it is.
But yeah, we're constantly like, no slacking as in we're constantly working together to make the relationship stronger.
Absolutely.
We're constantly doing things for each other. We're constantly working on ourselves in order to better the relationship, because that's important. Self-love is very important. I can't love her for the both of us. She can't love me for the both of us. I think it's important for us to both have our own love with each other.
For sure. I agree.
And then we can come together, and then it's just one big love,
For sure. It's a lot of love going on.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
So
I agree, though.
yeah.
I think there's a difference between being comfortable and being complacent. We're comfortable, not complacent. There's a lot that goes on here. There's a lot of drive. There's a lot of connection. There's a lot of motivation. There's a lot of inspiration that just flows between the two of us. So, I mean, Kalyl's brain literally never turns off when it comes to ideas, things that we're doing, our dreams, our goals. And then I'm just like the sloth in the background, kind of doing other things. But between the two of us, when those things come together, there's like, dare I say, almost perfect balance. And that's something I never thought that I would find with somebody. Mostly because I never saw it, but
You
really?
do a lot. Yeah. Your brain is always working.
I think he's just being nice. Don't say anything. That's our secret. Huh? What'd you say?
I mean, you do a lot when it comes to, you're always reading, literally all the time. You're always looking to expand your brain.
Oh, that is true.
Plus, you're going to school for kinesiology, which is not easy. So,
True.
You're always working.
That is true.
A lot.
See, that's
more
what I mean.
than
Like, we do
you
separate
think.
things.
Yeah.
Different things. I mean, we do different things, but
Yeah.
the balance always finds its way to us.
Exactly.
So, what is the key to a strong relationship apart from love and trust?
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Me too.
On 3. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Communication. But I will add to it and say, I think another key to a strong relationship is setting your foundation from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Setting your standards. You know what you want, you know what you don't want. And if you haven't figured that out, take the time to do some self-discovery. Figure that out. Look at, not that we need to compare, but like, in a generalized way, think of couples that you know, or think of things that you've heard that you're like, that wouldn't work for me. Or, oh, I would really love a partner that would do this, and stuff like that. So you can kind of figure out what your key elements are to your foundational relationship before you join in with a partner and you start dating. And then from there, build on those things. Make sure you share those things at the beginning. Talk about it. Create an open space for that communication that leads to the solid foundation going into your relationship. You know what I mean? And also always have fun. I think there's a sense of seriousness that starts to hit your relationship after like the fun dating era, like the first 6 months. It's like, oh God, it's fun and like everything's cute, but keep it that way. I don't think that should fade. I think the fun and the excitement and the like getting nervous to get dressed up for a date, I think that should be something we feel throughout the entirety of a relationship. I don't think that light should ever fizzle out. So that's something that's really important to me. Especially because we also have different definitions of fun. So you also kind of sometimes got to get on your partner's level.
Yep.
And go snowboarding for the first time because he thinks it's fun. And you're cold and you're wet and you're crying, but it's bonding.
You did great.
The way I thought we were going to break up.
And guess what? Now she wants to go back, and she bought, she didn't buy it yet, but she's sent me so many different snowboards and snowboarding outfits and stuff like that. But in the mountains, she was like, I don't want to do this no more. So, yeah. I honestly thought that was going to be her last time. I was like, yeah, she's not doing this again.
It's because I'm a horrible person, guys, okay? I look cute through the phone, but I don't do well when I'm failing at something because I cannot fail comfortably.
You're a perfectionist.
I am, and I hate it. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. But Kalyl's so good at everything, and he kept that sense of like adventure is fun and it's exciting that you have when you're a kid. Like Kalyl always feels like, yeah, I'll try something new, or sure, I'll do that. And hey, if I make a mistake, I'm just gonna perfect it. I literally stand up on the snowboard, I start sliding, and I'm like, this isn't for me. This is not for me because I can't fail comfortably. So being in this relationship, I'm realizing I got no choice but to start feeling comfortably because he's always doing new stuff. And then I watch him and I'm like, oh man, like I want to be that good too. I want to get better at it. So
It's like that thing that you told me, like you just approach things like a kid, you know?
Yes.
Because they don't know fear. They
Nope.
don't, they never, you know, experience fear like that. So they're just gonna do things. So I just approach everything like a kid.
First of
And
all,
I try everything.
the fact that him and the kids were doing better than me on the mountain, I said, dang, this is a humbling experience, because there were kids freaking zooming past me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was like, oh, let me get out the way for you, sir.
Yeah.
Freaking mini Shaun White over here.
And they're zooming.
Literally zooming. And they would fall, shake it off, get back up immediately.
Yeah.
I fell and I started crying. You can ask Kalyl. I literally laid there. I was crying.
I'll put a picture somewhere.
Don't look. Don't look at the picture. But yeah, keeping it fun and always having that energy that you put into your relationship, which you should be getting back, of course, but give and take. So those are important foundational things for a good relationship, in my opinion.
How do you go by without having arguments? We have arguments.
We do.
Like little arguments, but we just don't let it get to screaming and yelling at each other, because that doesn't fix anything, doesn't help anybody.
Sure.
It's me and her against the problem. We talk regular, like we're talking right now, and we fix whatever issue comes up, you know? So we have arguments. Of course, everybody has arguments. Not every day is perfect, but we just communicate properly about these issues and whatever it is that comes up.
And because I don't want you guys to think like we have a complex and we're a perfect couple, our biggest weakness when it comes to communication is when we get irritated and we're both equally irritated, we sit in silence.
Oh yeah.
Now, that is a positive and a negative. A positive because there's no arguing, because we're just sitting there looking at each other or looking away from each other. But I think the negative is it takes us kind of a little while individually to kind of like, okay, this is what we talked about. Maybe this is why I'm frustrated, or this is what I wanted to share and I didn't. And then sometimes it'll take a little while. It's always me who ends up giving in. This man will sit in silence and stare at a wall for freaking 48 hours if I let him. And then as soon as I say, okay, this is how I should have said that, or this is what I was really feeling, or this is what I was defending, or whatever, he listens immediately. And then the working on the project, hello? Well, we are a project. Working on the problem happens instantly. In that moment, we talk it out, it's solved, we move forward. We don't go to bed angry. That's something we never do.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Sorry.
Like kind of stubborn when it comes to that, because I'm like,
Kind of.
what am I, you know, I don't know what to say, you know, do I say this, do I say that? So I'm just like, I'm just trying to find the opportunity to say something. But I like that you give me the time to like, okay, think about what you want to think about, and okay, now you're ready to speak.
Start staring at you.
You're ready to speak, then speak.
Matter of fact, I think if you even go back on our channel and watch one of our first Q&As that we did to start this channel off, I can see the growth of our communication even when doing a video like this and talking about, you know, how we met and things like that, because I've become a much better listener, and he, to me, has become a much better speaker. Because before I was always the one doing the talking and I would finish his thought for him or things like that, but now it's more 50-50.
I would love to watch that again.
Me too.
Yeah, we should watch it.
We should do it and do like a reaction to our old selves.
We're gonna react into our first Q&A.
We should, it would be very funny. I'll bring snacks. What are some structural things you set up for your relationship to succeed?
You know, setting expectations, boundaries, and talking about where you are, where you want to go early on, I think was a good, you know, structure thing that we set early on that makes the relationship that we have today very strong.
Agreed.
We talked about everything, talked about many different things, what we want when it comes to work, when it comes to, okay, we're gonna live together. How do you want to run the household? Kids, how do you want them to go to private school? Do you want them to go to public school? How do you want to raise them? What religion do you want to raise them as? Like so many different things, you know, instead of waiting, being freaking 10, 15 years together, and now we have 2 kids, and now it's like,
We don't agree?
oh, I
Yikes.
didn't know you were like this. Oh, I didn't know you wanted to do this. I didn't know you wanted them to do this. Setting boundaries and, you know, talking about where you are, where you want to go. Pretty much.
Agreed. And that's not to say we don't understand that over time people grow and people
100%.
change, and you might want something today and not want it in 5 years or
But that's the thing,
whatever.
constant
But
communication. 'Cause
exactly.
we have changed a lot.
For sure.
But
And I want different things now than I wanted even 3 years ago.
we only grew stronger. 100%.
True. I don't think I could even add anything to that. That was perfect.
Was it?
Yeah, I agree.
Great.
Perfect answer
Perfect answer.
from a perfect man.
Ooh. Are you excited to be moving in together? Yes. We're very excited.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I literally wake up in the morning and I'm like, we're moving. I go to bed and I'm like, I can't wait till we're in bed together, like going to sleep right now.
I can't wait to have my own
Like,
couch. Like, my
He's
parents' couch
obsessed.
is great. This is a great couch, isn't it?
It is. It's so cute.
But I want my own couch.
Here's the thing about the couch, guys. It's so funny because we're focused on different things. Like my thing that I'm most excited for is literally to decorate our room and make our room a comfortable environment for him to sleep because he has insomnia and he doesn't sleep well. But for some reason,
I only sleep well when I'm in your bed.
yeah, with me and like my room and how I have all my stuff set up, my little candle warmer on my little timer when I go to bed, my little, what do you call that? My diffuser,
Oh yeah.
my heated mattress cover.
Oh.
Okay,
The best.
this man is immediately in my room. But at his house, he is running marathons at 3 a.m, okay? So my most excited thing is to decorate the room and make our room cozy. And every time we talk apartment, he's like, oh, I can't wait to sit on my couch. Oh man, when we get that couch, like,
It's like in my own
you're
living
so
room.
funny.
And like I have my TV, play video games if I want to. Like I haven't
True.
played video games in like 2 years, I think. But after my brother moved out, my older brother, he took the video game that we used to play together. And like after that, I was like I don't want to go and buy a video game and set it up and like be here playing. You know, like I just didn't want to do all that. I would just want to be able to just have my own space. You know, like this is mine, and I could do whatever I want here. You know,
For sure. Me too. I think it'll be fun for you
Yeah,
to have like your own space.
100%.
And I won't lie, we already picked out our couch.
Yes.
And every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, I understand why he's excited about the couch thing. Because we went and like shopped, we picked it out together. And I could tell by his face, as soon as he sat down, he was like, this is the one.
I can live here.
He was like, I could sleep on this couch. I could play video games on this couch. We're going to watch movies on this couch. It was like, okay. So to answer the question, I am thrilled. I'm flabbergasted.
Me too.
I am just like, I'm so excited.
And I'm excited to decorate the living room.
Me too.
Like, I'm looking forward to that.
And I'm excited to like have you guys also feel like you're a part of it. So like, even though it may sound silly to some, I'm excited to be able to like record certain
you guys
things
are
for
gonna be there
us too.
since day one.
It'll be like a little like video diaries of us moving and setting up and you know, like I think I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
And the place, ooh, you'll have to wait, but it's giving us.
Yep. I love it.
What is your favorite thing about each other?
I love everything about you.
Okay, let me think of one specific thing. Okay, you go over there and you think. Let me take a second.
I already have it.
No, give me a second. I'm not ready.
Okay.
Don't rush me.
That is one of my favorite things.
The fact that I turn away to think?
No, no, you.
Oh, the nose crunch?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Somebody commented on one of my posts and was like, don't scrunch your nose like that.
But I get what they meant though, like the picture wise, like yeah. But the way you just did there naturally, like when you're thinking, that was cute.
I think it's cute and I'm gonna post the pictures anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
That. I love it. I love everything.
People be stressing me out. One thing close
many
to
of
the
them.
top of the list of favorite things
Yeah.
is just how hard you're willing to work. I don't think I've ever met somebody who's willing to take no days off. I love a day off. I'm a sit down girl. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna read a book,
I
I'm gonna
love
move
days
slow.
off too.
Yeah, but your days off, you're thinking about what you're doing on your days on, and I'm not. I'm so like when I'm in off mode, I'm in off mode. You are never really all the way off, and I actually love that
see.
about you.
I love your brain.
Thank you.
It's my favorite thing.
I take that as a very high compliment.
I love
Hopefully, she's looking good in there too.
the way you think, the way you articulate your words, the way you
Thank
just
you. That means a lot.
answer questions. These questions, you're very like articulate
Thank you.
and very smart,
That's a very high compliment to me. So
very attractive.
thank you. Oh, thank you.
Next.
Okay.
Do you ever get bored of your person?
No. Bored? No. Does he sometimes irritate me? Yes.
We get bored together. Yes.
We do get bored together, and it's so bad because you can tell when we're starting to get bored because we're irritated at the boredom, not at each other. But it's like, ugh.
I could do nothing with her and I'd be fine.
True. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing Kalyl would maybe get bored doing with me, but not bored of me, is if like he did a reading sprint with me. I feel like he would find that boring. I'll do an hour reading sprint. A couple days ago, I did a 3-hour reading sprint, and I literally was reading for 3 hours straight because I was trying so hard to finish this book, but the book was really good.
Well, if you like books and you like reading, just go to her channel.
Please
She
do.
does a lot of that.
Because I'm going to start incorporating a lot more things about reading because I just love it so much. So I'm going to start doing like a few, book goals, things like that. So that's the only thing I think you might get a little bored. 30 minutes is enough though.
I would fall asleep if I read for more than an hour.
It's the way that reading puts you to sleep. And when I tell you reading wakes me up, like if I start reading, pick up a book at like 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, oh, it's kind of time for me to go to bed. Let me like lay down because you guys know I'm a sleepy girl. So if I get in bed, the minute my Kindle goes here, I know there's a chance I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah.
And if I get 3 pages in, it's over. I'll be up till 3 in the morning because the book is so good. I have to I have to keep going, but I don't get bored of you. We do get bored together though.
Yes.
It's very entertaining. What would you say is the hardest thing when it comes to Black love? The lack of healthy representation we see with it. So like in the movies and stuff, it's, it's always a crazy Black woman and a man who cheats. And I'm like, can we, rewrite that narrative?
I think we see a lot of negative.
Very much so.
When it comes to Black love. And I think it's important to have, figures to highlight figures that represent the good parts, because there are good parts.
Absolutely.
So many good parts. Social media, in the news, or wherever, like just the internet in general. We tend to, and that's with everything, not even love. It highlights the bad stuff first, and then in the cracks, there's the good stuff. Just more representation, because there is a lot of healthy Black love out there.
Absolutely.
We just don't see it.
For sure. That's why I'm so grateful that we have what we have and we're able to share a little bit of our lives with you guys so you can see that not everything is, the stereotypes that they like to put on Black love. There are amazingly beautiful, very healthy, fulfilling things that you can have with your partner, especially if you're both Black.
So I'm grateful to have the platform that we have and that we have built, the community that we have built, because it's so fulfilling to love this beautiful Black woman right here and be able to show you guys that, you could do it too.
For sure.
It's real and it's out there.
Yeah.
And it can be healthy, just like every other type of love.
We love Black love. You can't tell.
Was it easy to start a relationship with a friend?
Yes, because there's a level of comfort I think you have with somebody that when you're going into dating, that's not a stranger. I feel like there's a little bit more apprehension when you're dating a stranger because there's so much you need to learn, so much you want to figure out.
So much unknown.
Exactly. There's a lot of gray area, but we already knew each other for 5 going on 6 years when we started to kind of realize it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of connection there. Maybe it is romantic. We don't know. And for us, it's like the foundation of friendship was already set before anything else. So I think it was much easier for us to date than it would have been if I met him and then it was like, oh, he's asking me out. Now I gotta get to know him because, So I definitely think it's easier. Not that I'm saying you need to go out and try to date your friends, but yes, knowing the person prior to even having the concept of romance in your mind, I think is definitely helpful for sure. Because I also know you're not a weirdo because I've known you since you were 17. So the only thing you could do is get weird because there's been no, silliness or anything like that. So
that was a perfect answer from the perfect woman.
Kalyl, have you been where a guy was trying to hit on Tay? What was your reaction, and are you protective?
I'm definitely protective, very protective, but I'm not jealous.
I don't think we've ever been in a situation
where
someone has hit on me and we've been together.
Oh, in Brazil, that one guy, remember?
Oh my God. Okay, that was crazy though. Yeah, but he did it so respectfully. Yeah. He was like, tell him.
Yeah, because he didn't see me at first. So we were walking.
We were separated.
From a store. She was kind of walking in front and I was not too far, but we were in a parking lot, so there was a bunch of cars. So then she was walking, and I was behind the car, and she was kind of in the front. And then there was a guy walking. He was like, "Oh, damn, looking good." And then I came right behind him. He was like, "Oh, your lady looks good, bro."
He was like,
And I was
much
like,
respect. We're
"Thanks."
just.
Yeah, much respect. I was like, "Thanks."
It was so funny. The funniest part though was I did not even realize that he was talking about me, and I had looked at him and kind of like smiled respectfully.
Because it said in Portuguese.
Yeah, and I don't speak the language, so I was just like, oh, when he looked at me, and then he said it, and then as soon as he turned right and saw Kalyl, it was like, oh, like all respect to you, like, and then he said congratulations.
Yeah.
And then I got in the car and I was like, was he talking about me? And Kalyl was like, I could tell that he was like, yeah. I was like, we're good, babe.
It's crazy.
But you know what though? I think that's attractive, because I feel like, not that your man needs to freaking, go King Kong on people, but it's nice when like your guy's like, you know what? Yeah, period. Like she does look good. I think she looks good. Everybody thinks she looks good. Great,
Yeah.
So I think that's nice. I feel like it would be weird if he didn't care at all. And it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Because it's like, okay, shoot. You're not willing to be King Kong for me if you needed to. You know what I mean? So that was funny though. I forgot about that. That was the only time someone did like openly though,
Mm-hmm. What advice can you give to a 19 and 20-year-olds in a relationship?
You're so young.
Don't rush.
Just be in
live
it.
life and just have fun together.
Be in it.
Not rush.
Literally. Travel. Do stuff together. Because whether this is the relationship you're in for the rest of your life or not, you're so young. Just do it. And don't let people tell you that you're too young to be in love either, if you are.
Yeah.
So I say just enjoy it. Live in the moment. Take it what it is, day by day.
Lots of dates.
Yes, lots of dates. Do fun stuff. Do weird stuff. Like I've always wanted to do the date, I don't think Kalyl would ever be comfortable, but I've always wanted to do the date where the people wear the night vision goggles because you eat in the dark.
Oh,
because
crazy.
I have a fear of the dark, and I feel like it'd be kind of cool to like try to overcome that by doing something kind of silly, like having a meal in the dark.
That's kind of crazy.
I know, but the waiters and stuff, they have the vision goggles so they can see what they're doing, obviously.
I can't do that because I need to see what I'm eating.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that will freak me out. Ugh. Imagine eating, but you don't know what. And I'm big on portions. I can't eat like a lot of something. Like it needs to be just the right amount of something in my fork for me to eat it. Even though like it could be something that I really like, but it needs to be a good amount because I hate. I can't.
See, that's why I think it would be fun, because it would force us to, one, use our other senses, because now your hearing is going to be like just, and then your taste. Like imagine not looking at what you're tasting. Like you're just the palate.
Do we know what it could be?
Yeah, because you get to, what the menu is. You order your stuff like before they bring it to you. They don't just bring you whatever. So we could pick, pizza, pasta, like whatever it is based off the restaurant.
Okay.
I think it would be fun. But do things like that. Try new things. Just take everything day by day.
Yeah.
We're not promised tomorrow. We have the moments that we're in right now. So be very present in your relationship.
And do difficult things together. Like difficult tasks.
Like snowboarding.
Together. And then you truly see how compatible you are.
How do you guys boost each other's confidence without doing too much? I don't think there's a such thing as doing too much when you're constantly complimenting and flattering your partner. I think there's doing too little, but I don't believe in doing too much.
If you aren't a person who is into like physical touch, or you aren't into things like that, then like if I'm constantly like, that's doing too much.
It's like chill.
But
Fair. That's fair.
Like my brother.
I'm so surprised because he seems so sweet.
I mean, he is. He's very sweet. And, like
he's
a lot like me. But he just doesn't like physical touch. Like I think he likes to give physical touch, but he hates to receive it.
Because it has to be on his own accord.
Yeah. So I feel like if
that's fair,
you're with a person like that and you're constantly just on top and like just, okay,
it's too much.
Like giving constant physical touch, then it might be too much.
So I think that also comes down to knowing like how your partner likes to receive those confidence boosts. English. Those confidence boosts.
Yeah.
And just kind of gauging how they respond when you're doing it. And always ask.
Yeah.
Provide a comfortable environment where they can ask you.
Communicate. What is your favorite artist at the moment?
Ooh, this is a good question. I love when they throw in something that's like not couple related. My favorite artist at the moment, not gonna lie, I'll give you two different people because two completely different genres. I've gotten into like praise and worship music a little bit more. So there's an artist called Sunday that I'm like obsessed with. I have a playlist that's basically dedicated to every song he's ever made because his music is really great. And then to contrast and show my fun side, I've low-key been getting into Tyler, the Creator, for some reason.
I like Taeler.
So it's probably because of TikTok.
I think for me will be this UK artist from the UK. His name's Blanco. He's sick. Teddy Swims is good too.
Period. I listen to UK rappers, I listen to grime, I listen to reggae, I listen to gospel, I listen to literally everything, pop, just jazz, R&B, all of it.
She does.
I'm like a musical fiend.
Encyclopedia.
Do you talk about your differences?
Yes.
Yes, frequently, because there's also not that many of them. I feel like one of our biggest differences is our family dynamic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's one that we do frequently talk about.
The biggest difference.
I come from a single parent household. It's always been me and my mom at home. Kalyl comes from, I forgot how many it is of you. I'm talking your dynamic of growing up.
7.
So siblings and parents. Yeah. So 7. So 7 versus 2. Being included in the 2. So our family dynamics are very, very different. But other than that, I feel like that's one of our like biggest differences.
Yeah, I agree. There's
Everything
no
else is
other difference
pretty
bigger than that.
aligned. Yeah. We're aligned with goals, faith, everything else. So yeah.
Did you teach him how to love you the way you wanted? Yeah, right.
I would say
A little bit.
50-50 me telling him or showing him and him figuring it out.
Yeah.
And kind of like doing certain things with me that he would see how I would respond to it and things like that. And then our dynamic kind of just fell together kind of on its own. What is your favorite activity to do as a couple?
Go to the movies, watch movies.
Movies, definitely.
100%.
Try new food places. We like to try new places.
Yep.
And travel. We like to travel together.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we've been to Brazil and back, I feel like that really opened a window for us to do more international travel, even just the two of us.
100%.
Where should we be going this year? Drop some comments and let us know.
Yep.
Places you'd like for us to see.
What
Ooh, this is cute.
Your favorite tattoo?
Oh, man.
What is your favorite tattoo?
The one that I got in Brazil.
Oh.
The flowers on my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can find a good photo to put in the video, I'll find a good photo of it. But that, I fought for my life. I fought for my life to get that tattoo. Poor Kalyl was holding my hand. I was freaking sweating. I was like, I was dying. But it's my favorite tattoo. And it looks so good. And I was grateful that you went with me. I appreciated it. The moral support, because that was basically all he could do was be my moral support as I suffered. But
my favorite one is also one I got in Brazil. It's the one I have here, right here.
Yep.
Yeah, here is the coordinates of the hospital I was born in. But there's a lot that happened there. So
much.
yeah, there's a story behind it. So that's definitely my favorite one.
I like that he got it. I think it's really cool to kind of do a little something to acknowledge like that's where you came into this world fighting for your life.
Yep.
And you still fighting now. Ooh. I love it.
Is God a part of your relationship?
Yes,
Indeed.
he is. He's the reason this relationship exists.
Yep.
Because I prayed on it back when I thought Kalyl was a little silly. When I was like, look, if this is the man for me, you better show me. Because I'm about to lose my patience here. Okay. Because he was growing, I was growing. But then it was like trying to figure out, are we supposed to be together? Are we meant to be? Yeah. And then it was like, okay. I prayed and he was like, I'm going to show you. He might be a little silly, but you a little silly too.
He just needs to grow up.
Literally. And you guys are going to grow up together as friends. And then bam, relationship. So definitely yes. And I think we're also trying to slowly like make him more a part of our lives. And, you know, do certain things just to kind of strengthen that connection. So we're working on that. And that's something we're working on together. And I'm very grateful. So would you guys want kids in the future? And if so, how many?
7.
Okay. Kalyl. I told you to get a little silly. Yes, definitely want kids. And I would say 3.
3.
And it's funny because I saw that someone put in the question, how many kids do you guys want? I feel like 3 is a number for you. And I was like, she was vibing with us.
Yeah.
Because definitely 3.
Why 3?
I always had this idea of having 2 boys and 1 girl. I definitely want more than 2 so that if, God forbid, anything were to happen to us, they have a group. They're together. Like they have each other. You have a big amount of siblings and you always are going to have that connection, with them. God forbid I lose my mother, I have nobody. It's me by myself. So I think it's nice to have siblings.
Never by yourself.
Well, thank you. But blood-wise, I can't go to somebody else and be like, oh my God, mom was this, or do you ever miss this about mom? Like, it's me alone, Versus you could go to everybody and you have a community. I would like our children to have a community.
How do you handle negative comments about your relationship? We don't listen to them. Just, hey.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
I don't know what you're saying when you're saying negative things. You can go away. That is it. I literally just, in the beginning, it used to bother me because it was us first starting to share our lives on social, and then realizing people will say really horrible things was kind of like, man, I'm the kind of person who sees the good in everybody. So to see that some people really can be mean and aggressive was kind of hard for me initially. But now I just have come to realize some people can be intimidated, bothered, threatened by other people's joy and happiness. And there's nothing I can do about that. And I shouldn't diminish my life or lessen myself to make somebody else feel better about themselves. When are you guys planning to get married? I feel like we're pretty much on the same page about this.
Yeah.
I would rather get married once we've lived together for a while. I feel like that is an important next step in a relationship before marriage. So after we've moved, I definitely think that we should live together and be engaged for a little while before the marriage comes.
What is your guys' favorite movie?
Okay, to watch together or as individuals?
Individuals. Mine is always changing.
Yours is always changing. I can name 3 movies right now that I think are your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Ready Player One, 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates. 50 First Dates will probably have to take it because it's a movie that I could watch at any time. It's my comfort movie.
I think that's so cute. I feel like my comfort movie compared to your comfort movie is scary.
Yours is Avatar?
No.
What is it?
Corpse Bride.
No, it's a cute movie.
Is it? Okay. Well, Corpse Bride is my comfort movie, but a movie I could watch all the time that's I get into it is definitely Avatar.
Yeah.
I put Avatar on all the time.
That's definitely your favorite movie.
The movie that we always will put on and watch together is Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
We always watch it. I don't know why. Oh, New in Town. If you guys have not seen the movie New in Town with Renee Zellweger and Harry Connick Jr., you are missing out. I need all of you to literally, as soon as this freaking episode is over, I need you to freaking run to your TV, your phone, or whatever you've got going on and watch that movie. It is hilarious and we watch it together all the time.
Yeah.
Man, makes you want some tapioca.
Some tapioca. Well,
thank you for watching.
That was it for our Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope we have answered a lot of your questions. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned on Instagram and YouTube because there's a lot of content coming your way.
There is. And also prepare yourselves. I've been writing up a lot of podcast episodes and it's going to be getting a little deep, which I think is nice. So prepare yourselves for some very interesting podcast topics.
Yep. We decided to do a separate channel for our podcast, so make sure you go subscribe to that. Let's Do Life Together. That's the name of the podcast. So yeah, all podcast episodes will be going on there.
Absolutely. And you can still find us on Spotify.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for being here. We love you guys so much. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.